Let me invite you to the host who is gathered to be here with you today. First, allow your awareness to embrace the natural world that surrounds you. Let it nurture your spirit. Allow yourself to become alive and at ease in these surroundings, for they bring to you an assurance before you and about you lies the past, the present, and the future. All of this brings to your attention your inseparable connectedness that you are experiencing now in this incarnation. You have crafted a connection with the spoken words, and as you reflect upon them, the awareness that they tend to portray, that you are a radiant being of light. I emphasize radiant because at this time that you know as Easter, there is a celebration of one who came before you, Jesus the Christ, who lived a life, who at the end of his life, then by terms of miraculous, appeared, and in his appearance continued with his message from his Father, the Creator of all. Then he came back at this, and you call this the resurrection. If you will open yourselves to consider that this Christ consciousness dwells within each and every one of you. As a matter of fact, it is in the heart of all humanity, and is stirring you to awaken, so that in your awakening you may begin to embody the Christ consciousness, and that is part of this specific gathering today. Because the host who is here, who is all about you, is reaching to you and touching you deeply within your heart awareness to stir this awakening of the Christ consciousness within you. Allow yourselves to begin to entertain with an awakening awareness these words that I speak to you. Let yourselves be receptive to this awakening. For your life has purpose. You might could say that your life has the outer purpose, that which you would follow, that which you would pursue, that which you would hope to accomplish, your endeavors. And this is like a journey that takes you through many steps as you go along. And if you have a vision, and if you are following that vision, I caution you, do not let yourself become consumed by the vision. Because you also have an inner purpose. And your inner purpose is in this moment now. If you let yourself become distracted by the steps you take, then you lose your contact with the now. And in that, while you may gain success in the outer world, in your outer journey, you would gain the world and lose your soul. Please do understand that your soul is of utmost importance. This is you, the one who is awakening. Let this part of the message settle into you. Begin to sense, feel, and discern your journey. Feel yourself as those are working with you to assist you in your awakening, in your receptivity. And I know many times we have spoken to you of your mind. We have spoken directly to you. We have spoken humorously to you. We have told you that you could lose your mind and still be very, very well off. Whereas the fact of the matter is, this is what needs the major transformation in you. So that you can go back and see that words that were spoken 2,000 years ago and even longer remain to be discovered by you right now. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That you feel the renewing taking place in the absorption of ego, as it is transformed into a servant to you, instead of being used as it is right now by forces of darkness to control and manipulate you. And make no mistake about it. There is this conflict that is taking place in the ethers. But also make no mistake about it. You do not face this challenge by yourself. And that is why it is so vitally important for you to open yourself to the realization that you are surrounded by a host of light beings who are working with you as you choose to open yourself and awaken. So you begin to see my life's purpose is inseparable from my life's journey. And that as I choose to live my purpose and engage in the world and yet not be of it, then I can keep myself centered and focused in the present moment, now. Because in so doing, I will gain what I have come into this incarnation to gain. And that is the conscious ability to live now. And inseparably, always experiencing whatever other realities I connect with through this awakened state. So what comes to you and is what is being presented from your world is an illusion. And it is a deliberate one to distract you and confuse you so that you would forget about your purpose and your true nature. Where that is headed is yet to be seen so far as its final result. But it is so vitally important for you to realize you are safe as you recognize you are safe. And that recognition is not just some kind of mental magic. It is your deep connection with now realizing and choosing to be consciously present in your realization of who you are and live who you are. When you find yourself being distracted, recognize that is the continued attempt to keep you away from yourself. Let it be a stimulus to you. Let it help to remind you that there's something far, far more valuable than giving way to fear, anxiety, and all of the other dissonant energies. Right here, right now. Your physical eyes are greeted with what is before you. Your awareness, who you are, through your perception, interprets this. Simultaneously, there are different dimensional realities coexisting. I have merely made mention of the dark and the light. And I do so to help you to see the simplicity of what lies before you. And it is all based upon your choice. You choose what is going to be your reality. So then, as a reminder to you, as the radiant being of light you are, you're clothed in a physical body. And you have yet to fully understand the dynamics of that body and how it works. But informationally, it is important for you to realize that it is electrical, and that there are others who realize this and are trying to use it to their advantage to keep you toned down, tuned in to denser electrical frequencies that would operate in your mind through your ego. So it's very important that you realize you are the one who decides what you will entertain, what you will choose to focus on, what you will choose to bring forth in life. At any time, call upon help and know that help you shall receive. It is always available to you. And at this time, in many aspects of time, this can be used to your advantage if you choose to do it. Let the influence that is here reach into you now. Let yourselves be open and receptive to this inpouring of the Christ consciousness. Some of you have experienced it in meditation. Others of you have experienced it through other spiritual experiences. Some of you know it as a connection with the Holy Spirit. Let it awaken within you in all ways that it chooses to through your receptivity. Just as you are experiencing and recognizing, much of your life experience happens in the invisible realms, where you find yourself being influenced and affected. And at times, because of your early stages of awakening, you don't discern that it is from an outside influence, and you mistakenly think that it is of you. Beings of light, angels of light, do not seek to overcome your receptivity, but to work through your receptivity. Beings of dark seek to diminish your receptivity to only a lower level where they can influence and control you. Learn to recognize the difference. This is a part of your awakening. This is a part of you becoming masterful in yourself and in life.
For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.